All right, guys, we are live. How's it going?
Oh my gosh, it's going
so good. I'm so
Right now, we're
excited
just
for
having
today's show.
we're having our little intro picture up here for a second here to say hi to our guest. Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah. Well, okay. We're really excited. That's what's going on.
We are. I am.
Yeah,
This is going to be my
there's
favorite
some of
show
that.
we've ever had.
You know, what happens here at the Absolute Awesome Show is we get to have 20 or 30 minutes with our actual guest prior to going on live, so that we can work out any kinks, which we need to work out the kinks.
We did, yep.
But you know, us three are all very excited about this guest, so much so that we might have just blew up, or I don't know. We at least tried to hold it in, but anyway,
I could not hold it in. I cannot be contained. I'm so
I
excited.
can't hold it in still.
I'm like a little kid at a Sean Cassidy concert. That's how I feel. It's so awesome.
You're so old, dude.
Well, that was real for me. When I was 11, I will often reference that because when I was 11, my sister, for her birthday, she was turning 14 or something like that, and we went to see Sean Cassidy. My mom took us all to see Sean Cassidy, and it was a big deal. And his brother David Cassidy, who was already kind of starting to become out of fashion at that point, he opened the show and he was singing "We Will Rock You" or whatever, and and they would say Sean Cassidy or whatever, and I'm 11. I don't have the ins and outs of a rock concert going on in my head. I don't know what the decorum is, but I might have been 9. Whatever. We were there, and they would say something or something would happen, and everybody would scream, and I would scream, ah! Like it was so exciting and awesome, but I didn't know anything. It was Sean Cassidy. I don't know who that is at that point. So,
I don't know who that is now, dude. Honestly, man, I think we lost half our I lost 1,000 viewers.
All right, so we're all the way up to episode 21 of our little show here, and we've got an awesome guest that's been like hugely influential to the stuff that we've done as a band, and just musically in general. So
and
that's
I bet she has no idea that we're a band or who we are, and she probably has no clue about any of that.
That's okay. That's okay. It doesn't matter. I'm just putting it out there that this is it's pretty cool. So.
Yeah.
It is cool.
Should we just not waste any more time?
No, I want to
not waste any more time. We can just ask Miss Kim Shattuck to unmute herself and come join the show.
Hi. Hi. You guys are so cute. I love you guys.
That's a first on this show. It's the first time a guest has ever called us cute.
Right.
Aww. Well, you said that I'm the only female that you've had, or almost the whole.
Pretty much. Definitely the first female guest, but
yes.
Yeah, we have people pop in every now and then.
Oh, okay.
Good espresso you got there, huh?
It's actually coffee. I don't know if you can see it. I don't want to spill it.
It's okay. Don't spill it.
It's your house.
Kim, man.
Yes.
We are so pumped. All right, let's get over that. Let's put our thinking caps on and try and make sense of this whole thing.
All right, I'm going to bring the cool dude out now. So, Kim.
Yes.
You've made 6 records, right? 6, 7 records, something like that? I have them all.
I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure how many. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay. Woo! Look at that. I was right. Okay, good. So, what's your favorite one?
My favorite one is actually the last one we just did because I really liked it a lot. Of the ones from the 90s, I guess one that we did called Happy Birthday to Me is my favorite. And it's the first one I ever produced, but in order to get it by the mean Warner Brothers sexist team, no, they weren't really that sexist, I had to say it was produced by the Muffs. But I did all the work.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Right on.
You're as good as your engineer anyways, so it's fine.
So you were in charge of the mix and everything.
I was there every step of the way, and I let professionals do the engineering for sure, because I'm still not a very good engineer.
Well, that's okay, but like, were you the one, like, were you there during the mix and you were like, I want more vocals, or I want less vocals, I want more tambourine, that kind of stuff?
Yeah. I like, you know how when you describe sound, it's never a sound term, it's always meat or cheese or what is it? Not cheese. It's always some other word that doesn't really involve really sound. So meaty, I want it to sound meaty.
Yeah.
Big, huge, thick, that kind of stuff.
Thick, right. Yes.
Yep.
Well, that is a awesome, perfect term for like early Muffs. Actually, all Muffs records, I would say. Meat.
Meat.
Well, they had a big sound. You know, like Rob Cavallo did those first couple of ones, which he was like he was a big deal back then. And by the way, how the heck, how did you get a major record label deal? Like out of nowhere. I mean, I know you did some EPs and 7-inches, but what in the world, dude?
I think, you know what? I think they were kind of signing everybody right then. It was they were looking in all the clubs and trying to find the next grunge band or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
and we're
it was
noisy.
91, right? 91 kind of.
Yeah, but you guys were all. I mean, you did those cool screams, but you were all. Every song was pop.
Yeah, it was like a pop song with a lot of guitars. I mean, really how I describe myself, songs, what I like, and all that is usually more along the lines of Mersey beat. But with reasonably loud guitars and lots of aggressive vocals. But say Mersey beat, you know, like, you know, the Herman's Hermits or something.
Right.
That's awesome. So, you know.
Well, yeah, I mean, all those early records had that kind of just like old time rock and roll melody happening, like more minor chords, I think, than like what some of those guys used. But I mean, yeah, all that was great. Like,
although the Beatles used a lot of minors and sixths, and sevenths, and all that crap.
And
we're just a Ramones band. We don't understand that stuff.
my niece Eleanor told my sister that she she was requesting to hear the Ramones in the car because her dad always plays the Ramones, and Kristen was just going along, and Eleanor said, and she's 3, and she said, "I want to hear the Ramones." I thought that was very, very adorable.
Yeah, I would adopt her.
Exactly.
No, but that's awesome because like you're basically, 91, but you're coming and starting a band that's Beatles and Ramones and that kind of influence.
Yeah.
Aside as opposed to whatever else was happening then, which was grunge and and then you're female, so then there's they're gonna say, oh, Joan Jett and blah blah blah. They're gonna say all that. Or Courtney Love, I guess, was more that time, but
yeah.
I
don't murder people though.
See? Well, I guess I know the answer to that one then.
Right.
You can scratch that one off the list.
I know. So you do think she had something to do with that?
I don't know. She's crazy.
Cliff was gonna ask, "Do you murder people?" That was his next question.
No. I love that you had that clip of her on that one record of yours.
Oh yeah, I played that for my wife today. I played that for Kelly today because just because I was like, you have to hear this. I forgot about this, and I love it.
Yep.
About the dress.
She's
very talkative. Very talkative person.
Yeah.
Well,
So
she should talk herself into better plastic surgery.
Oh my God! You know what's really funny is when we were all kind of hanging around in the same scene, we'd always run into her, and she was very, very much like what you would think, like very talkative, very pushy, very type A personality. And I remember showing up to whatever club it was, and there she is on the stoop. I guess there was a stoop with that writer from. Well, I don't remember names very good, but the writer from one of those English magazines, Everett True, I think, maybe that's his name. And he was sitting there, and she had just gotten her nose job, that really terrible one that she still has. and she like ripped off the bandages because she was sick of having bandages on it, and it was all scarred and weird, and it was so gross. She's like, I just couldn't stand to have the bandages on anymore, so I ripped them off, and I was just like, you're insane. You are insane. It's hard to believe. Like, she was even crazy back then. But I don't know what she's like now. I haven't talked to her in a really long time.
Well, she did not write good songs. That's all I know.
I like her song "Retard Girl."
I've never owned any of her records, but any of the times I've tried to give their band any kind of a chance, I just never liked it at all. Not even.
No, I mean, it's a specific sound. I don't want to disparage it too much, but it's not my sound that I like.
Right.
Well, speaking of that, do you find yourself having any kind of desire to listen to music that's being created now, or is it mostly just like stuff that you either grew up with or have just already locked into just saying, yep, this is what I like, new stuff comes and goes, don't really care about it?
I guess I don't really listen to modern stuff that much, but if I find out about somebody, I will definitely, give it a listen. And I've heard good stuff from now, but I do tend to obsess on or get super involved with certain bands from like the mid '60s. I just go through these phases, and I'm in a Herman's Hermit phase right now.
That's a good phase. I'm pretty much in Kiss land all the time.
He's always in. No, but I read something where somebody asked you the regular old question of like, so who are your influences? And you talked about the Beatles and Ramones or whatever, but then you were like, but eventually I moved on to Dean Martin. And I was like, it's interesting to move on to Dean Martin.
Yeah, it's definitely not your usual thing. I think I just got tired of rock music for a while. I don't know, I just had enough and I needed a break, and somebody kept trying to turn me on to jazz all the time, and first I was very, very resistant to it, but then I started liking like some of the 40s stuff, like Benny Goodman and Artie Shaw and stuff like that, and then I gradually morphed into liking some of the weird abstract jazz, and then now I kind of settled into liking like Thelonious Monk and Charlie Parker and stuff like that, but I don't always go through jazz phases, but I really like Sarah Vaughan also.
Well, it's like when you listen to, we're part of, our band is part of a certain scene, and like for a long time, I just ensconced myself into other Ramones style bands, and it gets to a point where just everything sounds the same. And in rock music, as a musician, there are only so many chords, and most of the chord progressions are used in all the songs because they're usually used for a reason, because they're great background for good hooks. And eventually, when you're just listening to rock music all the time, it does sound the same all the time. So I can totally see why you would do that.
It can. But I like my thing I like to do that I'm really actively do is I try to have fun with the melody, and I try to throw in little left turns every once in a while in the music, and so I don't know, I get really involved with, like, I get really happy to write songs that I try to mix it up and make my songs different. Like, I just have fun with it, I guess. And so I'm trying not to get boxed up into a corner, because I have a lot of different interests. But they're like, there are only a certain amount of chords, but there are like infinite amount of melodies that can go with the chords. And if you do the chords in different order with different melodies, it's more infinite that way.
Oh, heck, you can have the same chords 10 times on an album, 10 times in a row, and they'll sound like different songs if the melodies are different enough and good enough.
It can.
So
it can, yeah.
Ask Green Day, that's what they do.
So. Is that what they do? Yeah. No, I know, right? Like, you could, but the melody to me is a king, and then everything else falls down.
Right. So I have a question for you, just a legitimate question. Your original band, were you ever in a band before the Pandoras?
Before the Pandoras?
Yes.
Not really. I tried.
It was your most notable. up until the Muffs?
No, nothing really. Me and my boyfriend in college, and this one friend of ours in college tried to start a band, but we never really had a name. And my problem with writing songs at that time, I was terrible. And one of the things that was really, really messed up is I knew nothing about how to end a song. So we'd be playing like my dumb little song, and then it would just peter out. It would just kind of boom, boom, boom. I didn't know how to end a song.
I know exactly what you're talking about. So you're in the Pandoras, and what was that for? That was like 3 or 4 years, right? Or was it longer than that?
Let's see. I got in the band in 1985, and when I went out of that band in 90. Yeah.
Okay, so 5 years. So, and then you and Melanie left at the same time. Was it just like you were tired of it? What made you guys decide to leave? Did you already have your vision for a new band that you just morphed right into because you wanted to do that? You thought that'd be cooler? Like, what was the whole thing?
Well, actually, Melanie, unfortunately, in the Pandoras, Paula was the boss of the Pandoras, and she had decided she didn't want keyboards anymore, even though that was completely the glue that holds together the Pandoras are the keyboards. And they're cool keyboards too. They're like a Vox, like not some like space age kind of weird keyboard, but she, like Paula, decided she was gonna fire Melanie on my birthday in 1990, and I was just like really, really pissed off. And I said, absolutely not. I'm not going to be there for that. I don't agree anyway, because she was my best friend.
Were you like, happy birthday to me?
Oh, yeah.
Zing!
That's what I'm here for. Sorry.
That's right. That's where it came from. No. But, yeah, so, that was a bummer. And and Melanie reminds me of this now. She said that I actually warned her about it. I don't have any, it was probably because I was so horrified. I don't have any recollection of it, and I think I did warn her what was going to happen. So she kind of went into it knowing that she was about to get shit canned, basically. So
right. So Paula delivers the news, then you say, screw this, I'm out of here, and you and Melanie say, we're going to do our own band, F you guys, da-da-da-da-da.
Well, no, I mean, like kind of, but like we had a European tour planned, and I'd never seen Europe, so I wanted to stay and go to Europe, and then Paula pulled that apart by saying, "Oh, my boyfriend can't go, so I don't want to go now," and so then I quit. and then we were already sort of working out the Muffs at the time, anyways.
Oh, like, the Muffs were going to be a side band.
Well, they were. Yeah, it was going to be that. And in fact, the other Pandoras were saying, "Oh, are you going to go play in your little band now?" But we were just like, fuck you, little band. I'll show you, But we were just kind of messing around, with it, and we didn't have a drummer yet, and. So once we started getting stuff like a drummer, and Ronnie is a bass player now, and he was a bass player then. Once all of us came together, then we started rehearsing, and then came up with our pubic hair name, and then we stopped, and then we got our first show, and then after that we just kind of played and played and played.
That was Cliff's next question. So where did the Muffs come from?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
How did you get Chris and Ronnie in the first place? Was it just ads?
No, Ronnie was my boyfriend at the time.
Oh,
Ronnie was my boyfriend, and we tried out a few different drummers, and then we wanted Roy McDonald, who is now in the band. We wanted him to be in the band then, because we all knew him, and Melanie had actually gone out with him before, and he was an amazing drummer, and he was in Red Cross. And we asked him if he wanted to do it, but he was moving to Texas, so he wasn't going to be able to. And so he said, "Hey, I have a really good drummer I know of that is my employee at the warehouse." So Chris Crass was his employee at the warehouse, who then Roy had to actually fire because he was stealing. And didn't.
Dirty punk rockers.
Oh man, I know. Derelict. No, but anyway, once we tried him out, and he was great, and so that was how we started.
Wow. So then, but then those guys left that both of Melanie and Chris after the first record. Boom, gone. What the heck?
Gone. No. Well, it was a very dramatic situation all around. That whole first album was really rough, and there was a lot of drama, and some of the drama was on other people, but some of it was on me. And Chris actually left before after we recorded, but we toured with him for a part of a tour, and then we had a break, and then he quit on the break. He was pretty difficult. Like, I have a lot of really nasty stories about him if you want to hear some of them. And then Melanie.
As long as they're okay with being on YouTube forever.
Oh my God! Oh yeah, that's right. And Melanie and I had like a friend breakup, and so then we parted ways at that moment as well. But we made up after 7 years.
Yeah. Now you guys are good buds again.
I know. And it's funny when you're not friends with somebody for 17 years, and you think, like I think in my head, I can never be friends with this person again. And then the second we see each other and start talking and make out. The second we started, I had a lot of things to say to her, because I was mean and horrible. And as soon as we started talking again, it was like, oh my God, why weren't we friends all this time? We have a very similar sense of humor. We crack up all the time. It's really fun, and I'm glad we're friends again. And now we're being productive too, doing fun things.
Awesome.
Yeah, I mean the lineup that the Muffs have now have been together for what seems like forever.
Since mid '94.
That's pretty incredible.
It's really fun being in the Muffs and now again the Pandoras. It's a lot of laughs, really.
That's right. You're doing Pandoras again. Is it with Paula and everything?
No, Paula's dead. I can't. Dad, I would have never been the singer if she was still alive. I mean that was just because she was dead.
You're singing in the Pandoras?
I'm actually singing. Yeah.
Holy cow! Is there a record in the works?
Yeah, we recorded 7 songs, and we're not doing new songs like that I wrote. We're doing songs that Paula wrote that basically we think sounded like shit at the time. So we made them sound really good. And
that's awesome.
Anyway, it's cool. It's cool. It's a very, very good project, and you're gonna like it.
Mike, whenever you die, that's what we're gonna do with your old
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah.
Okay, hey, we're gonna record Get Lost again, but I'm gonna sing.
No, actually, I'm gonna see if Tim wanted to come sing.
I mean, most of the time I make fun of that. It kind of worked out good, and actually we're doing it to honor Paula's spirit too, because she has this crusty old voice, and I have a crusty old voice, and I scream, and she always screamed. And
is that where you got the style of going from pop to screaming in the middle of a line, or did you? Where did that come from?
Well, I was definitely inspired by Paula to scream. I never really thought about screaming before, but as soon as the Muffs started and we were rehearsing and stuff, I had this fear of dead air, basically. So if there was a ring and there was no music going on, I would scream because I didn't want there to be silence. And I'm more mature about it now, but it would fill up the silence. Kind of instead of my guitar going or Melanie's guitar going it was my voice going
But it's hands down, best female scream.
Yep.
It's okay. You could say it's arguably because there's other.
There's not a lot of females
argue about it, but I mean, I would say.
Wait, who is that? Who's the best screamer in the '60s? Let's say James Brown.
Yeah, but that's not a girl.
Female scream.
How do you know? No, I'm just kidding.
Well, yeah, dude. Hey.
Deep down, maybe he thought he was. I don't know.
Maybe.
No,
He did those splits like a lady.
he did. Yeah, because you can't do that having balls. No way.
I can't get anywhere near that.
Did you mute my ball talk?
No, we won't mute that. We'll leave it live.
Oh, good. But yeah, no, you know what? Like, I guess Joan Jett would do screams, but hers were kind of more cat screams, like rah, rah.
Right.
Yeah, and they're quick.
Speaking of Joan Jett,
You got a long.
I like Joan Jett.
yeah, but I heard she hit on you once. Yes.
Kind of. Not overtly like.
Something about like I love to see a girl play guitar. Or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. She came and visited us when we were recording our first album, and I happened to be doing leads at that point. And I see her and our manager guy come in, and they're watching, and I'm just like, I hate having people come to the studio when I'm recording because to me it's really it's like having someone watch you take a shit. I mean, it's horrible. But
well, you're married now. You got used to that.
Yeah, I'm totally. Yeah, honeymoon's over, man. That we were like totally. Yeah, actually today. But anyway, so I was looking in the control room and I was trying to ignore it, but and there she was, and she said it to did she say it to me? God, it was a long time ago. She either said it to me because I remember it now, or she said it to Rob Cavallo, who's in there. But like I love to see women rocking, like whatever. But and I was just, I'm heterosexual, so I'm not really that into it. But it's flattering. It's flattering. Still.
Well, she's like real short and tiny, and you're like giant Amazon. You're like, yeah. What are you? Are you like 6 foot tall?
I'm like 5'11".
5'11". Okay, you're up there.
5'11" too.
I'm tall. Oh yeah, there we go. I like being tall. It's
You're
cool.
too short for her, Josh.
I know.
No.
How tall is your husband?
He's the same as me, so we're the same.
All right, Josh, you got a chance.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't work out, can you give me Joan Jett's number? I mean,
Right. Yeah, you
I'll settle.
could help change, switch teams. You
Yeah.
try.
No, so she walks into the studio, but you don't like see if she wants to sing or do anything on your record?
No, I don't want her to sing on it.
Well, it wouldn't make sense for her to sing on it, but I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's really
Wait, no, that would be fantastic. What are you talking about?
We had some guests actually. We had Corla Pandit. The organist. Actually, yeah, he has a big turban and he,
I'm from Delaware. I have no idea who that is.
And who else? Oh, John Holmes. No, I'm just kidding. John
Holmstrom.
from the Blues Explosion.
Oh.
Okay,
What's
cool.
his last name?
The big fat guy.
So.
No, he's not fat.
Oh, no, that's Blues Traveler.
Spencer.
I'm thinking of Blues Traveler.
Oh, come on. Yeah.
Hey, I don't know.
Actually, that was around the same time.
This guy's very good looking. No, and he did what is it called? Theremin. And so we had that, and who else was in there?
So really, seriously, the idea of Joan Jett singing on your record is a bad thing to you?
I can't imagine. I can't imagine. She'd want to do some kind of dumb cover like Louie Louie or something.
She's already done that.
I like obscure covers. She likes obvious covers. So.
What about, okay, so you had CC DeVille.
Oh yeah,
right?
Forgot about that.
So, but that's just on a demo, or is that on a? Did he play on a record or what?
Yeah, we did that for our friend's movie, and so it's kind of a demo for us. And yeah, he was on there, and he was really, really super nice. And I was going out to get coffee or something, and he was doing a lead, and he's like, ha ha ha, because I made it very, very clear I didn't like those stupid metal leads that go, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Pick too close, and it goes doink, 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 doink.
Right.
It's very metal. And I said, don't you dare do anything like that. No noodling. No noodling. I hate noodling. And I was just very, very like, don't do this and don't do that, and blah, 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 and I'll erase it, and and then I leave, and then when I come back, they're like, we did the lead, here it is, and it was like, and the thing that was funny was that was the one they were messing with me, and then the real lead actually sounded okay, but I was still a little bit too noodly, but I would have done like a big like, that's my lead.
So my brother just chimed in because he's watching, and he said, "Did John Holmes have a long solo on her album? Laugh out loud."
Wah, 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 wah.
My brother has a great imagination. It's awesome.
Hey, no one's chatting with us. I just realized. I'm muted. I'm muted.
No, the chat is only for us.
Yes.
Oh, for us. Okay.
A Q&A would be for outside people, and I haven't looked at that.
I'm gonna look. Is there anybody? Oh, that doesn't even happen, right?
Feature is disabled.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. The only thing we can do, like Mike, we used to do this where we would open it up eventually to the public, and Mike would send a link out, and then anyone could join in. But then we started getting like bigger and bigger guests, and we were like, well, we don't want just Joe Schmo sitting there watching, taking up a spot.
She would like that though.
I love Joe Schmo.
Like one time we had a guy who had like no shirt on who was just like, he didn't say anything. He was muted.
They can video get in to the.
Yeah. They can click on it and get in, but we can only fill up 10 spaces, and we're taking up 4 of them.
Oh yeah, right. Okay.
Our drummer might be here eventually. I don't know. He's.
Oh sweet.
So yeah, he's working, but we'll see. So that would be 5. So I mean, then there's only 5 spots. But I mean, I was thinking about maybe sending the link to like we're friends with Natalie from the Halo Friendlies.
Oh my gosh! I was just there. She just cut my hair.
Oh, she got your hair? You got her salon?
And I actually had her dye my hair this time because I usually do it myself, and I like it. It came out good.
That's awesome. Yeah.
I love.
You got your hair done for our show?
What?
You got your hair done just for our show?
No, I needed it done because I was washing it and I wanted it to look good. I don't want to.
So, we're getting older,
Yes.
right? And it occurred to me that, you are older than, and I am older than Paul Stanley, and the same age as Gene Simmons when they reunited the original lineup of Kiss in '96.
Oh, is that right? Wow.
It's shocking to think about that. I am 2 years older than Paul Stanley was when they reunited Kiss, and he was 44 then. I'm 46. You're 52, and so I guess where I'm going with this is most of us don't get to rock forever. So do you have like idea in mind for eventual solo albums, or morphing into stylistically like the '60s, or even, God forbid, country, like old style country, anything, whatever. Like, what do you have? What do you have in mind for when you look out in the future, 10 years, 15, 20 years, and you're, hey, what do you see?
Wow. You know what? Weirdly, like, I've always felt like I've always got to, do my own thing, always in the Muffs anyways, because I just feel very satisfied, with the songwriting and with all that. And I feel like I could still do the Muffs for like a million years. I really do. And but I like to do different projects, and so I don't know, like, if I'm obsessed with, let's say, the Herman's Hermits, that probably would be the best act to do a million covers of. Because I think somebody else already done that.
Well, you could write an album like that, all your own songs in that style, which is kind of what you do anyway. But I feel like I could do the Muffs and the Pandoras, for that matter, for like 20 more years, at least. I'd be really old though. I'd be like 72. You would be a senior citizen.
I would be a senior citizen for real. I don't know. That's fine. I was talking about it with my sister the other day, and I actually kind of like getting older, and it's cool. And I like, because I'm not going to be like wearing, elastic waistband pants, and I'm not going to be wearing Goonie clothes and wearing Avon stuff. You know what I mean? I'm just always going to be myself, so I might as well just get old and still be myself. That's all I want
to be. The blue-haired lady?
The what?
The blue-haired lady rocking.
I was trying to get her to do it a little bit more platinum, but, you know, I mean, it's you go from, like, dark, it's going to be yellow, kind of.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want that orangey look.
No. I've had that look. It's orange.
So are the Muffs touring, like, coming up this year? Do you guys have, like, show dates and tours planned?
No. Well, you know what? We're gonna start working on another album. So, like the last show that we did recently at the Echoplex, we did 4 new songs. And so
wasn't that for a pretty big deal?
What's that? What?
Like, wasn't there an awesome big deal that just happened? 25 years?
Oh yeah, our 25th year.
You want to be like, yeah, I mean, happy birthday.
Years. Yeah, it was our anniversary for 25 years. Oh, I passed it. Oh, that was like January 25th.
Right. So 25 years. And the Muffs have, it's fair to say the Muffs, as much as freaking I love your band, and we all do, it's fair to say that the Muffs have never been a huge band.
No, yeah, fair enough. Yeah,
right. What's your biggest selling record?
I guess Blonder and Blonder was probably the biggest seller.
And what did it sell? Are you allowed to say?
I don't even know what it sold, but it's still in print and everything, and we're reissuing it this year actually with Omnivore Records.
Awesome. So I guess
now it's remaster it. Woo! We've been saddled with crappy mastering for all the Warner Brothers records, so I'm happy to say.
Do you have any gold records in the bathroom or anything?
I do have a platinum record.
No way.
I think it might be in my closet. Hold on.
Is it Poison platinum record?
It's like, it's safe to say the Muffs were never a very big band, right? Oh, I have a platinum record.
It's not hers. It's not a Muffs record.
It's the Clueless record.
Oh yeah, maybe it's something like that. Who knows?
Or Angus. Angus probably didn't sell a million. Right?
Dude, is it the Angus?
I can't find it. It's somewhere.
What is it?
It's for Kids in America.
Oh yeah.
And we just got it last year. They presented it to us on some morning show with Jessica Simpson's old husband, Nick Leahy.
Yeah.
We played the song. We played Kids in America. We hadn't really played it that much, so it was cool. We got up at the crack of dawn, and we've never really played our songs on TV before, so it was pretty fun.
Wow.
And they gave us a platinum record.
And he's such a
it's somewhere around here.
Cake weird guy. That must have been weird.
What, Nick Leahy?
Yeah.
You'd be like, I have 17 of these. Here's one.
I know. No, they were really nice. Since it was our show, and he was just the talking head on it, we didn't even ask him about him.
I like the fact that like you have a platinum record and you have no idea where it is.
No, right?
I don't know. I could look for it, but
it's just around here somewhere. It's underneath of something.
I think it might be under the bed, actually.
What's it actually made of?
It's made of platinum, dude.
No. What's a platinum record actually made of? Did you touch it? Did you pull it out and touch it?
I didn't know. It was framed. I didn't want to pull it out because if I pulled it out, I'd probably ruin it.
You'd probably be like, this is plastic.
This is plastic. No, I guess it costs still like quite a bit to make them, but they're not real. No, they're not really.
It's like an Oscar. It's not really gold.
Right. It's just nice. It's just a nice gesture.
Yeah.
So my brother actually has a question again, but this one actually dovetails very nicely again into what we're talking about. How have you managed to stay so positive and not jaded for the music business after doing this for 25 years? Now, I guess you probably did get jaded for a while. You guys were kind of out of commission for like 10 years.
We were out of commission for 10 years when I basically had I had to like wrap my head around the, I was just tired. And when you're on the grind of doing it every 2-year album and all the rest of it's touring and all that, it gets old. I mean, you guys have probably done the same type of stuff, I would imagine. Yep. And it gets old. I don't know. It's just, you want to like kind of get off the grind a little bit, and you lose your inspiration a little bit if you're constantly just grinding. So, we took a bunch of time off just to like be real people, and not that we weren't real, but that just like unaffiliated. Right. And then we did a record, and we recorded it, and it came out in 2004. And then we did a tour, and then we took another. No, that was like 5 years off from our album before. And then when we got, and then after that, I was just like, okay, I want to take another break. And I didn't know if I was going to keep doing it, honestly, because I was just kind of not inspired. And then we waited 10 years, and then our album finally came out. But and I went back to school for like a brief time in there, and purchased house.
Back to school for what?
Photography. I took a bunch of photography courses, and just did that.
Does that kind of kick your butt now that everybody just does it with this?
No, I
went to school for this.
I do it mostly with that phone too, because it's like a snapshot camera. But when I want to like do like good stuff, then I'll get out the film camera. But it's easy. So
I didn't realize that. I'm looking at the, so Really Really Happy was 2004.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was that long ago, but
yeah.
I remember getting that like when we were still like playing, and then 2005 we did a final show. That was probably around the same time.
Oh.
And then we came back later, but then
no band ever truly does a final show until they die. I mean,
yeah, like the
Whoop-de-Doo was 2014, so that's a full 10 years later. Yeah,
it's really quite remarkable to think 2004, and hear people say that was so long ago, and it's 2004, but I guess it is.
It was actually so long ago, and one of the reasons, didn't you notice, like during, I don't know, maybe it was a little bit after that, 2005, 6, 7, 8, something like that, nobody liked rock music all of a sudden. Didn't it seem like shows weren't very well attended? I mean, I'm not talking about my own shows, but other people's too. And it seemed like rock kind of started making a comeback right around 2008 or so. I don't even know if that's true or that's just what I think, but I remember thinking, oh, guitars are popular again. Thank God.
Yeah.
So annoying.
Any rock that was popular was so terrible. Like
except for the guitar might be popular, but it's popular in all the wrong ways now. The tone is terrible. The amps are terrible. The way they use the guitars is terrible. It's awful. I hate it. I can't stand modern music.
I'm really excited because I just did some studio stuff, and I just used my little Fender Vibrolux that I like, and it sounded brutal. It sounded so brutal, and I just let it feed back, and there's all this like noise, and I used a big muff pedal on some of it, and it's just all. I love that.
So what's like take pedals out of the equation? Yeah. What would you do? Like, what's your amp and guitar combo
bingo?
Well, for the Muffs, I use my. It's not in. Oh, it's buried, but I use my Gretsch Beast, which has humbuckers on it, and it's from the 70s, and it's a good working guitar. It's a really good working guitar, and
it looks a lot like a Sonex. Like a Gibson Sonex 180. Yeah, it looks a lot like it with a different headstock. It's very similar. Like the pickguard's almost exactly the same stuff.
Yeah. Oh wow! Oh, I have to look that up later. So I've been using that for a long time, and then for the Pandoras, I've been using my Harmony, which is that's buried too. Sorry, but it's single coil pickups, like those DiMarzio ones. The little they look I don't know from the 60s.
Yeah. So far.
Was that?
Are they soap bars? Little silver ones?
No. Here, I can get it out. It's no. I have. Oh wait, that's the wrong one.
It's buried behind the platinum albums.
Platinum album. Behind her picture of Nick Lachey.
Yeah. Like, oh, is that what you see his name?
You gotta stop talking, or else your ass is on the screen. Try and help you out there, but whatever.
I'm just wearing men's underwear. This.
Oh, what the heck?
That's it's a DiMarzio pickup.
That's crazy looking. And
Yeah.
it sounds good?
It sounds amazing.
Wow.
It's perfect. It's like the perfect guitar. It's and it's all
But
beat up.
I thought the Pandoras had like big, thick guitar tone.
We do. It is thick. Yeah, I mean, I'm playing it thick.
I don't associate thick sound with anything other than like Gibson humbuckers or something, So.
No, the humbuckers just make it too wild. Like, this is a really good one, but I use humbuckers on the Gretsch for the Muffs.
Right on.
Definitely. What kind are they?
So then, what kind of amp?
Oh, Fender Vibrolux.
Oh, okay.
Which is like right here. Here, I'll hold it up.
You don't have like a half stack when you tour?
Oh my god. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, it has to
Yes, it's a Fender combo amp. Yes, ma'am. You don't use a half stack?
Look at that.
Oh my god.
It's beautiful.
That's heavy.
It's the Kim Shattuck workout hour.
Whew. Okay.
In the break that you guys took, like between the Really Really Happy and the Whoop-De-Doo record, did you find that you sat around and wrote songs, or were you just not into that at all?
I didn't do it at first. I took probably a couple years off of writing, but then and I didn't really even know if the Muffs were gonna keep doing it. I was just writing just because I like to write. And the songs, I started getting on a little roll, and then we had a little dinner party. We have like a Muffs dinner party with a bunch of members of the Muffs, and it was before I was.
Of you. What are you talking about?
Well, no, our old drummer Jim Laspisa, who was in the band for a year and a half or so, he has dinner parties sometimes, and all the Muffs went, except for I wasn't made up with Melanie yet, so they didn't invite her at the time. We're going to do another one now that we're made up, and we're going to have a Muffs dinner party, and it's going to be good. But, the guys were wondering what I was up to, and I said I was writing songs, and they're like, "You are? Why haven't we heard them?" I was like, Anyway, that ended up being our last record, so.
So
They were probably worried you're going to do a new record without them, and yeah.
25th anniversary, you make a T-shirt with every single member that's ever been in the Muffs on the T-shirt. The name. Put in a big giant Ramon seal. All your names around it.
You could do like the Brady Bunch, like that whole like.
Oh, that's way better. Yes. The three of you guys will be at the top, or would you be in the middle? I don't know. Whatever.
That's Alice.
Alphabetical order, maybe.
Alice the maid would be in the middle, still.
Oh.
Yeah. Or Paul Lynn, the center square.
Hey, I know. So Kids in America, basically, like, that was like huge, obviously platinum because of Clueless, but you gotta like Angus better than Clueless, right?
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah,
Angus was amazing.
Like, and it's like not on Netflix. It's you can't get the DVD. Like why? It's such a good movie.
It's amazing. I love that movie, and the songs are all real fun in it. A lot of bands are in it, like Smoking Popes. I like the Smoking Popes, and just like a bunch of good bands are on that thing. Yeah, good music.
I always loved the movie, and then like it was later that I watched it I have it on VHS, so
good.
I hadn't watched it since I watched the VHS last. But then it was on TV one night, and I wrote you a message. I'm sure you don't remember, but I was like, Angus is on TV, and I hear your beautiful voice, and you're like, I love that movie. Thanks. Yeah.
I love that movie. It's a very good, nice, sentimental, sweet movie.
Yeah. Anyway, we love you.
Oh.
What?
No, I'm having fun with you guys. God.
We love you enough that we literally stole the intro to one of your songs on your first record.
Wow, which one? Play it for me. I want to hear it.
Well, we can't play it for you, but you can like get on your phone and iTunes it and hear it for yourself. But like it's every single thing, you know that intro. Well, we literally took the exact intro and used it on our song from our high school rock album, and the song is called
I'm No Good.
Oh yeah, I'm No Good. So you should check that out at some point. Huntington's, I'm No Good. And listen to that, you'll be like, I know that intro. I could play that intro.
I won't sue you, I promise. I probably stole it from somebody else. I probably did.
You stole it from the Goo Goo Dolls?
Maybe. I'm no good. I'm no good. Okay. I'm looking it up right now.
All right.
I want to hear... Oh, whoops, Amy Winehouse came up. Hold on. It did
Huntington's. Huntington's like the disease. Huntingtons. I'm No Good.
I just thought it would come up. Okay.
I'm sure it'll be like on YouTube or something.
Disease.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Well, we're like the pubic hair, so...
That's not what you were actually thinking of when you named your band, is it?
Well, you know, you got to think of that kind of. I mean, because it's obvious, but, you know, we figured it had a multiple meaning. For me, I just wanted it to be a plural noun with a the at the beginning.
Right.
It just sounds, you know.
Sounds like a band.
Sounds Mercy Beat.
It sounds like Mercy Beat, except for the
here
Mercy Beat. Okay.
Here it is. I want to hear it. Am I hearing it? It's not making any sound. Oh, it's just... Sorry, it's just the lyrics. I thought it would play.
Mike, come on, Mike. Don't you know how to do this? Can you?
All right. It's not a big deal. Michael sent you like you know, an AAC file or something in your email. He's got your email.
I want to hear it. I want to hear it. What's Spotify? Oh wait, I remember. Okay.
It'll be on there.
Oh, I got rid of the app. It annoyed me. Okay. I'll look it up later.
That's fine.
Yeah, it'll be cool. It's a good song, and you'll recognize the intro. That's the only thing that should matter to you is the intro.
All right.
It's exactly the same thing.
Ready? Here it is.
There you go.
That's not everywhere I go. That's it's every single thing.
Yeah, that's what I said. Isn't that what I said?
You said everywhere I go, didn't you?
No.
You said every single thing?
Yeah.
Oh. I get those songs mixed up though, because they're on. Okay, yeah. All right.
But it's literally we did it on purpose. On purpose in band practice. We did it. We needed an intro, and I think it was our drummer's idea at the time actually. Myers. And,
Ready?
It doesn't really remind me of it as much, but I can hear what you say because it's faster.
Well, it's right. It's faster.
Yeah.
It's literally the exact same thing. It's one. Even the crashes are on the same thing. The drum beat is exactly the same. The drum roll, everything is exactly the same.
Thank you. I'm honored. I'm very honored.
It's wonderful to share this moment with you.
Listen, we're happy to have you here. So happy. I've said that enough.
Thank you.
I said that enough already, right?
A muff.
Right. Hey, you know, you record digitally now, right? You're good. You're an engineer. Somebody wants you to guest vocal on their album, and if you like the band, you would do it, right?
If I like the song.
Right. If you like the song and it seems like this is perfect for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've had people send me terrible songs thinking I was going to sing on it, and I'm like, I don't like this song. It's terrible.
If you spend 5 minutes listening to our band, you'll be like, this is a good band. And then
I believe totally.
And then we'll send you a song that Mike writes for you, and you'll be like, I love this song so much, I want it on the next Muffs record. And it'll be great.
It doesn't take me long to record, that's for sure. I just more me procrastinating that takes a long time. But I won't. I'm like, right, on it.
Right. Well, it won't be tomorrow. Mike's embarrassed. I've embarrassed him. He's so embarrassed he's frozen.
Am I frozen? I'm here.
Yeah, you were frozen like this.
I see you. You're
sorry.
here.
I'm here. But we're getting away from that topic.
Right.
Okay.
When you guys do play shows, like, do you consider I mean, you have 7 records to pull from. I mean, is it a thing where you're like, okay, let's play songs from the newest record? Do you feel like compelled to play songs that you know people want to hear, or is it just like, nope, just gonna play whatever I want to play?
Basically that. I like to play whatever I want to play. We always decide, you know, as a band what we're gonna play, and we play. And sometimes we go, oh, we gotta play that. You know, people will be disappointed if we don't play this one song, and because people yell it if we don't play it, like they, you know, you're like, don't worry. Actually, somebody yelled the name of the song to me after we played it.
Oh.
We already played it. We already played
it. That's funny. Was that in the States or was that overseas?
That was here. That was the last show.
So you can't even
right up to the front. And she's like, "Play Onina!" And we just played Onina. Oh.
She's like, I couldn't hear the vocals. All the songs sound the same. That's funny.
It was very cute.
Well, you know, I mean, yeah, there's those songs that become quintessential for any band because you don't even write songs to do this, but you find out over time that there are certain songs that just do it for you when you play live. They just make you move more than other songs. They make you feel that meat and potatoes that you were talking about earlier. They make it just, it's that thing in them, that magic piece in them, that song for whatever reason that you always go back to time and time again because it just has that thing.
Yeah.
And yes.
It's a magical thing. Music is magic.
Yep. Yeah. That's what you mentioned that you didn't play Kids in America very much until like recently, but like I you know, we're on the East Coast, so I couldn't go to the 25th anniversary show.
Oh, it's okay.
I know, but I saw that you played that, and I was like, oh wow, they're playing that. And I mean, that's cool. I mean, that's
I would like to say that I like your own songs far, 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 far better than that.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, you know, I mean, like when we first started playing Kids in America, I felt really stupid because it's a pretty dumb song. Like the lyrics are so dumb. But after a while, you just kind of just like, you know what? People like to hear it. It's fine.
Was that a record label idea? It sounds like it would be a record label idea.
It sounds like it, but it's not. They were doing the movie, and it came through the pike of you have 3 songs to choose from. We really want you to be on this movie. It's either going to be All by Myself by Eric Carmen, or the Raspberries or whatever, and then Kids in America, or and then there was a cassette that they messengered to us of this person's song, and it was the worst song ever, and we made fun of it the whole tour. We just play it and make fun of it and laugh, and so we ended up doing Kids in America when we got to New York. And,
so wait, the soundtrack said you're going to do a cover. They weren't interested in any original song?
Yeah, that's kind of messed up, yeah.
That's weird.
I wish it, yeah, because I don't like when, I'm really hesitant to do covers because I always think that that's the one that's going to get picked to be good, and what I find to be like.
Yeah, you don't want a cover song to define you in the eyes of people. Right. Yeah.
I know. But it's okay, whatever. It's, you know, it's better than nothing. I mean, we're not like a big popular band, so it's fine.
According to Cliff. I think
no, I mean, it sucks that a band as good as the Muffs did not take off in anywhere near the way I would have wanted them to.
Thank you.
And what's really remarkable, and this is really shows you're lucky to have been in the time period that you were in when making music, back when CDs and stuff mattered, but you were of the time period where record labels actually let you hang with it for a while before they finally said bye-bye. Then, of course, you got to be on a major label for like 4 records, man. That's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, no, 3. It was 3. But they were cool. They were really nice. And I actually have really good memories of Warner Brothers. Not everything was perfect. And I don't know. I have good memories of that time. And it was a very prolific time. So we had fun with it. I don't know that they always knew what to do with us, honestly. Right. And we didn't really cooperate. Like, they weren't trying to push us around or any of that. Like, they weren't trying to get us like looking a certain way, or they didn't do any of that stuff.
They didn't do anything like we want you to be the new Hole or anything like that.
No.
There's no A&R guy that ever came to you and said anything like that.
No, we were actually really good friends with both the A&R guys that we used. It was Rob Cavallo and David Katz-Nelson.
Rob Cavallo was your A&R and your producer?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay,
yeah,
well, that makes it easy.
I know. Well, it was free, too.
Yeah. Really? Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it was. Yeah, that was one of the good things about using him, was that it didn't cost us any money.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, are there any songs that you just flat out people want to hear, but you're just like, nope, ain't gonna do it?
Well, it used to be Kids in America.
Own song from your actual records.
And then we started playing it. Oh my God.
Okay, so then remember, I'm sure you remember. I don't know how.
Wait. What's the answer?
Oh, I just
to that. But go ahead.
Well, I was saying it would have been Kids in America. That was my normal thing that I would always used to do and laugh and make fun of. And then we started doing it, and we realized that people are so goony about that song that it was almost be ashamed not to do it. And so we do it. Maybe we shouldn't do it every time. It should just be a special thing. But I'm trying to. Now, I mean, there's sometimes people want to hear songs that we don't know anymore.
Like if I screamed out every single thing, would you play it?
Yes.
Every single thing.
Only if she didn't just finish playing it.
I think if we ever get to see Mike, if you and I ever get to see the Muffs again, and after they play a song, we should shout out that song every time throughout the whole show.
Every single thing.
No, whatever song you just played, we'll shout out, play this song between every song, so that, it'll be great.
Maybe we'll just play that all the time.
Right.
And we'll even speed it up so it's more like your intro.
All right.
I mean, it could be
because
good. Yep.
No, just in relation to that, because Everywhere I Go is kind of one of the more popular, I guess, right? But is that?
We don't even do that much anymore. Really.
That's one of your best hooks. My goodness, that song is just tremendous.
Great song, yeah.
Cow.
But
it's so
I remember seeing it on the Fruitopia commercial.
Yeah.
So
every single thing is on that.
Oh my God, they Fruitopia.
That's not Fruitopia.
Fruitopia, yeah.
They used us for their ad for 3 years or so.
Well, you got to make some money on that.
Yeah,
I was going to ask if you ever made any money on your band, but I guess between soundtracks and commercials, heck yeah.
I'm not against it if it's not something stupid. We did turn down. So I personally turned down a song we have called Honeymoon on one of our other records. Yeah. Reebok was trying to use it, and our album hadn't even come out yet, and I said no. And the rest of the band were pissed off.
Why'd you say no?
Because I thought it sounded stupid, and I was feeling principled, I guess. I don't know. I should have taken it because money comes and goes.
Dude. Now you'd be like, Marlboro, sure.
No. But at the time I still thought, oh, Reebok are stupid. I don't want to do it, and I don't want everyone to hear my good song and think of stupid shoes. Yeah. But
and now they think of stupid, fruit drink. There you go.
You know what? I never tasted it actually. It looked terrible. I thought it looked like fruit punch, and I'd had enough of that in junior high school.
But that's not every single thing that's not every single thing that they used.
No, it's Everywhere I
Go.
Oh, there you go. See, now you're mixing it up, Josh. Way to go.
Mixing it up.
I said Everywhere I Go, man. You're mixing it up.
Everywhere I Go. He did say it. I heard
okay, all right.
This
is what I think of that.
It might have been sort of it may have sort of been a good thing though, with the major label thing and not skyrocketing to some incredibly huge amount of fame, because that may have put you in a position where you wouldn't be doing what you're doing now, and where you can go back to the Muffs, you can do the Pandoras, you can kind of take it and do what you want with it without feeling like you've got to meet some expectation that would have gotten so high.
Right.
That, and so now I think that's kind of cool. I mean,
plus she gets to walk down the street and go to a local Rite Aid, and she's fine.
I'm fine. I could walk around. Sometimes I get recognized, but it's not so often that it's annoying. It's just nice, I guess. It's like, oh, hey, oh yeah, huh, all right, but no, I mean, so I don't get recognized all the time, but every now and then. But that would be terrible to not be able to go anywhere without people just going blah, 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 all the time. You know.
But
I like to shop.
You live like in Southern California, right? Like, where do you live, or what?
In Glendale. I live in Glendale, which is right around like Los Feliz, and like right north of Los Feliz, and Burbank is around the corner.
Yeah. Dude.
So like,
Parker.
we played at the Troubadour. We were at the Troubadour one night, and Mike and I walked down to the grocery store, and Ozzy and Sharon were there. Ozzy, we got a picture with them, like, because we happen to be in West Hollywood, and that's where they grocery shop,
You can see a lot of celebrities. That's why I don't even care about celebrities, because it's like, who cares?
Because you're
celebrities.
They grocery shop too.
But you have to admit, if you're walking around Burbank and you see Bob Barker, that would excite you at least a little bit.
Yeah, maybe I would be a little more impressed, because he was the Truth or Consequences guy.
Oh, Price is Right.
No, I know, but before that he did Truth or Consequences.
I did not even know that. Wow, way to go.
It might have been a local show, actually. You can look it up on YouTube.
Everything's on YouTube. Dude, I never, ever, when YouTube started, I definitely did not see it becoming what it is now. No way.
No. We should just laugh, because there would be that one squirrel thing. Remember? It would be like the squirrel.
Whatever. Oh.
Da, da. The squirrel doing dot and dot. I don't know.
No, I don't remember that. I just remember it was just, I don't know. And I never pictured the internet being like where you could literally get TV better quality than real TV, and I never thought it would grow and be the way it is. It didn't seem possible. I'm from the era of dial-up, and actually I'm from the era of writing the girl letters in the mail.
Yeah.
But still,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Things move on. Things change. Things go different. I like the internet and some stuff about it. I think it's easier to promote the band too. Actually, that could have. I don't know. It just seems like people find out better about shows now.
Do you like the way that like music finds its way to people now, more so than like back when, word of mouth and going to a record store and spending like 2 hours just kind of perusing through bins? I mean, now it's, clicks and, a couple of clicks and you've stumbled across 20 new bands. I mean, is that from being someone who's currently putting out music, is that something that you're into or cool with, the way that music gets distributed now?
Yeah, I like how easy it is, and I like it for me too, because then when I'm poking around on iTunes, I could just like, okay, here we go, like here's a song that might sound like something I like. I click on it, nah. Click on another one. Oh wow, that's cool, and I have discovered stuff, just that way too.
Well, yeah, like you mentioned that Spotify, you're like, oh, I deleted the app or whatever, but like Spotify, that's how I found you had this new demos that just were released or whatever. And, right? Did you know about those demos?
My demos are out there.
I mean, it's awesome. It's just, I imagine just you sitting right there with that guitar and recording it like in your bedroom.
Oh yeah. No, I used to record on a 4-track, and it was kind of awesome. Ooh, who's gonna be right back?
Mikey. I will use this time to say I freaking hate what's happened to music. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it, man. Going into record stores for me, it was something. It was something really special. I mean, you would go in there. I would literally be in there for hours looking through racks of tapes and albums. Yeah. And there was no way back then. This was before even like all the used CD stores, and where then they got real savvy and they started having little CD players where you could sample music to see if you liked it. But before then, you would literally look at the picture of the band on the back cover to decide if you wanted to buy the album or not. That's true. I mean, and it was just like that was awesome. It was just totally awesome. And you had such you were a kid, you had such limited money, and it was such a all that mystery is gone. The whole reading the liner notes and knowing who producers are and all that stuff is completely gone. And I just hate that.
They do need to write that stuff into the code or something, you know, like the producer of the album, the songwriter of the songs, just all the little details should be on.
But everything is so instantaneous now. It's changed everybody's mindset. No one cares about anything now. Good grief. An album used to be a layout of the whole album. You actually thought about the back cover and the inner side and every page and everything. It was like you thought about all of that stuff. And now it's just a front cover.
I think about always, like when I'm putting the songs in order.
Yeah.
I always have an album break in the middle. Always. Even with a CD. I always do. Because to me, the album is one piece of work, and all the songs flow into it. So there's not like the one good song and then a bunch of B-sides. It's like, to me, like, and maybe I'm wrong. This is only in my own head. All the songs are strong, and It's not perfect. It's not.
You're writing an album. You're not writing a hit song, and all anyone wants now is. Oh, I just want one song from this person, and they get everything for free, of course, and everything, and it's just like, dang.
Yeah, I don't know. I actually don't mind it. I don't mind it. I have just like you got to kind of roll with the times, but I love the old way that it was though. I do love it, and
there was mystery and magic in it all. It was just so cool. It was something to hold in your hand, and it's not even a physical product anymore.
Yeah. Well, no, but there is. There's
well,
like
you can do that. You can go out of your way to do it, but it's not the way it's really delivered anymore.
No. I like convenience though too. But
sure.
Yeah, but I like records still. I like records still.
Me too. I had a friend who was over this weekend who never. We were just talking about it, and she said, I've never listened to a record. I've never heard an actual record. And I was like, come in my office here, and we got out I was like, all right, so what first record? So I was like, I can't just grab whatever. I got to put your first record.
Let me guess. Huey Lewis and the News.
No, actually, we tried to do Elvis. We tried to put Elvis record on, but it was not. It was so scratched up and messed. I don't think I ever listened to this particular Elvis record, but it was all messed up and terrible. And then we put on a Sinatra record, which worked for a little bit, but really only the 45s were working properly. I need a new record player, and so
I love it. I love albums, but I don't have a ton of them right now. But they're in the garage where it's hot and cold and hot and cold. But I think they're okay because I do pull them out once in a while and play them, but. And they sound fun.
When your hamburger record was like 90 pages long.
It was long.
You gave like a description of every song, like where it came from, because it's like 30-something. I love that. But I remember just sitting on tour because I would bring all my CDs in a big CD book, and I would put the album, booklet in with the CDs.
Oh yeah.
So that gave me like quality reading material.
Well, that's how we're re-recording. We're re-releasing. Like we re-released the first album last year, or earlier this year. No, earlier last year, and
we did remastered because the mastering on that's horrible.
The new one is like on an album. It's not an album. I'm sorry, it's on a CD and it's remastered, and it sounds a lot better. Right. But you got to get the CD. They don't have the digital of it. They only have my demo digital. They weren't able to get the whole rights to it from Warner Brothers, but Blonder and Blonder, they do have the full rights, and so they're going to have. We're re-releasing it with liner notes again because we like to talk a bunch of blah 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 about about stuff, and so there's good stories in it, and there's going to be more demos too. More of my goofy demos that I still have on my cassette.
Do you still have a answering machine? Are you going to add more? Can we leave you some voicemails? You can sneak them.
an answer machine thing of our old Warner Brothers A&R guy, Dave Katznelson, and he said a bunch of funny stuff. And I think he was drunk when he called, and he was like blah blah blah. And we put that on it just for a little extra fun. And what else? Now the Courtney one, I have like a cassette full of good answer machine messages. It's pretty fun to listen to. They're crazy.
It's funny. I checked over at the Muffs Love You group on Facebook, and like you had mentioned a little bit ago about the chipmunk video on YouTube. And somebody posted a link to it over there. It's been up there since 2008, so it's an oldie but a goodie.
Oh, is it a chipmunk or is it like a little squirrel?
It says it's like an evil-eyed gopher.
Oh.
So
I mean, dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. So later on, when you go over to the Muffs group, and there's a link to it over there. It's good stuff.
I love it. Now I know that's what we used to always do. We used to watch it. Me and my husband just watched a bunch of YouTubes with like newscasters fainting. Pretty funny. Like just like goofy, like they'll be doing the news and all of a sudden they just fall over. It's a really
Yeah, I've seen some of that, and you wonder what the heck is going on. That is even possible.
I know. I think like one of them probably was pregnant, so she just got lightheaded and fell over, and then the other one was like.
Then they get all like slurring before they fall over and stuff.
Yeah, having a stroke. It's pretty funny. Well, they don't die. They're hurt.
We don't want. Listen, everyone's leaving us and going over to look up the dead news guys now.
Well, they're not dead.
They're not dead. They didn't die.
No, but we don't want to. We want you to stay with us forever, but we don't want to also overstay our welcome with you.
Aw, that's nice of you guys. I probably should go soon because I want to go eat din din.
Because it's only like 7 o'clock out there, right?
Yeah.
Well, it is early. That's right.
I'm a late eater, so I'm probably more on the East Coast time anyway.
Real quick, how did it work out with staying in Friends and a band with Ronnie when he was your ex-boyfriend? That doesn't happen. How the heck?
Well, I mean, we made a deal when we were still going out, but we knew we were fighting a lot. We'd sort of made a pact that we would we'd keep the Muffs together no matter what, even if we broke up, because we figured we probably would break up because we fought so much. But yes, and we did. We adhered to our pact.
And he was never jealous when you'd hook up with other guys and stuff?
No. Oh God, no. And I'm not jealous. He can go out with like a zillion people and be like a total slut. I don't even care.
No, him. He didn't get jealous when you would like get a boyfriend and stuff?
No, never. Because once you're done, you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a whole new mindset. We're just, we just think of each other as, we're kind of like a little family, actually. So
when you're sitting at that table at the big Muffs reunion get together, and they say you write songs, Roy's there and everything, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. So you're all together, and how does it come up? Like, hey, let's do the band again, because they're all like in their 50s too, right?
I'm the oldest one, actually. They just all turned 50.
Okay.
So we're old. I mean, we're old. Don't get me wrong. We're old. But we don't act old. Like, we're just like, nah.
Right.
Whatever that means.
Well, like, are they like married with kids or anything?
Let's see. I'm married with no kids. Roy is married with a baby, like a toddler baby, and an older kid. And Ronnie is single right now and no kids. He's like
pretty easy for him then.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
You guys like all have day jobs?
Ronnie has a record store job where they really are selling vinyl. Like, it's vinyl. So that's why I feel like vinyl is still around, because he works at a record store that sells vinyl. And Roy has some kind of job. I can never understand what the heck he does, but he does it. And
does he work at Amoeba?
Ronnie used to work at Amoeba, but he got fired.
Ah.
It's okay.
I went to Amoeba one
this
time.
makes him sound much less rock starish.
I went there once, and someone from the Dictators checked me out. I was like, I guess.
Which person was that?
I
Scott? Somebody?
I don't remember his name. I wasn't like a big Dictators fan. So,
yeah.
I was like, oh, cool, Dictators, yeah. I guess.
Wait, he was checking you out, like he was like wanting to what?
He was checking. I was paying for my stuff.
Oh, he was working there, selling you what you were buying. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, checking you out. He wasn't checking you out.
That's why I'm like, what?
No
meaning to the name of the band.
Yeah. So is
By the way, your hamburger record, was that a little like double entendre too?
You know, I had it sitting right there. This
nice.
is what I bought from the Dictators guy at Amoeba for $10 plus tax, California.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
I like it. What were we saying?
No, hamburger, was that a double entendre album title too, to go along with the band name?
I didn't really think of it as that. I just thought it was funny. Hamburger. There's this comedian named Neil Hamburger, and I think that inspired me to call it Hamburger. It's hard to name albums, don't you think? Isn't it hard? You think of that one exactly last, like when you have to finally think of it, or do you have working title the whole time?
Depends on the record. We oftentimes will think of our first couple of records were album titles because we stole albums from the 50s, used their artwork and everything, and just put our band name on it. And so those were the record label name. Those were the album titles.
Yeah.
And then it kind of went from there. It was just like Mike came up with the title of our third album, and it was really cool. And then it just kind of come from there because we think of everything like a total package too. Like we even have our songs where they all bleed into each other based on timing, all that kind of stuff. So we really think of it exactly like what you were saying.
Yeah.
So presentation all comes from like where the songs seem to be going thematically.
Exactly.
So. Yeah.
I love that because album is one piece of art, one whole thing, and to break it up.
Not just a collection of songs, exactly.
Yeah, and a lot of times the songs they interact together in some way, and if you listen to it more and more, you start seeing how that does. It's just like it's not easy to explain, but you start to see like some themes going on, some little undercurrents and. It's fun. I love the whole album thing is amazing. I love it, and I can't wait to make another one. Actually, it's like
make a million more. I will buy them all.
Oh, thank you, God. That's good. One sale.
I know, like, so you did the Halo Friendlies. Do you produce other have you been producing a lot, or is that just kind of every now and then, or is that just?
I would produce every single day if I could, but I produce once in a while. And right now I'm producing my friend's band, and they're called Honey Chain. Oh, yeah. And Hillary is in the Pandoras right now playing drums, but she sings and writes and does all that good stuff, and she writes amazing, catchy songs. And so I'm producing them, and we're almost done with that.
Nice.
Are there any bands that you're like literally jealous of their talent and want to be them?
Wait, who? What? Say it again.
Are there any artists or bands that you're like jealous of their talent and you just kind of, how can I be like that?
Well, I get inspired by different types of artists, I guess, but I don't ever really want to copy anybody.
I don't mean copy, but like you see somebody and they inspire you in a way that you almost, man, how can I be that? But with that, I don't mean like you're like rip them off.
No, I know. Okay, I know what you mean. Yeah, I mean like a lot. Yeah, like if I see somebody and let's say I saw them on TV and they're singing really awesome, and I know that like I never want to see myself sing because I don't think I sound good to my ear. I'm very self-conscious. So I was like, oh, I wish I could just get up there, sing, love it, hear it later and be proud, and it's not always that way. But I'm trying to think, like my Hermits obsession right now, I guess. I think it would be really awesome to be able to strut around the stage like Peter Noon. But I have a guitar, so I strut, but with the guitar. It looks like a lot of fun to be free and just to strut around.
No, it's not, because especially as somebody you're used to playing guitar, trust me, you drop the guitar, you'll be lost, and you'll be like, oh, what do I do with myself the whole time? There's a guitar solo. Oh no.
I've done that before. I've just sang, and yeah, it's weird. It's definitely weird. But I like playing guitar. I don't. Sometimes I wish I could just play guitar or just sing, but I'm stuck doing both. So.
It's interesting though. It's interesting. You talk like you sing, like you sound like I'm hearing you talk in this right now, and it sounds like the same person who sings.
I'm hoarse right now from the recording, I think.
Maybe that's why.
Maybe that. I probably do. I don't sing with my accent, though.
I don't hear an accent. What are you talking about?
No? Oh, good. Maybe I don't have an accent right now.
You're from California. Why would you have an accent?
I'm one of those yucky ones from the valley.
Oh. No.
No.
No. I don't hear that.
Okay.
California brings everybody together like that. I mean, it's known to be the most non-accent place in the country because of that. It's like Florida is now.
Oh, Florida is too. I think of Florida as being from the Bugs Bunny show. Remember the Bugs Bunny show where he saws it off and it goes floating away?
Well, hey, maybe they'll do that to California.
Yeah, they will. No, the earthquakes will do that. We'll just.
I like how you
snuck
in Bugs Bunny because you're on Warner Brothers. I know what you're doing. How much do they pay you to say that?
I like different places in Florida that I've been. It was like a resort kind of vibe to it.
Did you? We always did really well in Pensacola. Was that ever a place that you played that was awesome? Or no?
I think we played in Pensacola once in the Muffs, and
Panhandle.
I was really super. I was impressed, but I was also kind of freaked out by the fact that they had drive-through liquor stores there. I thought that was really weird and strange. I don't remember the show being like anything, remember.
Man, Pensacola, every time we played there, it was like, rah, rah, rah. People went crazy.
So what do you remember? Like, what sticks out as city-wise, like your favorite? Like, oh, we gotta go back there.
Well, I feel like maybe we're like a big city type. Like people seem to like us in like New York, London, LA. Let's see, Austin, Boston.
All the cities that rhyme.
Yeah, it's the rhyming cities: Austin, Boston, Tokyo.
Like out of European countries.
Madrid. Madrid's amazing. Yeah, different Spain. Spain is really fun to play. I like London. I like London a lot. Except for
when you're on tour, you tour in the States. Your history of touring in the States, when you would play small towns, it was never cool. It was never good.
No. Sometimes it's really good. Sometimes it's amazing. I'm having a hard time remembering.
Because I always found the big cities to be more like they get to see everything, and so they're never impressed, and they're almost like, just impress me, or it's almost like the vibe of the crowd is there to be seen like they're the little mini rock stars themselves, whereas in the small towns, they're just so appreciative to see you, and they're blown away, and they're just normal kids, and you're a real rock star to them, all that kind of stuff.
That might be something that we haven't really. I feel like we've always had it experienced at the flip-flop. But like the thing about our band that we've always noticed is that like we've never really gotten like all huge or anything, but it seems like people in other bands like us.
Right.
And so I feel like maybe we appeal to musicians more so than normal people. No, I don't know why or what the deal is with that, but I think that's like always been the case with us. And you guys are musicians, and you like us, so there you go. See? See how it works. But yeah, so maybe like more of the musicians are in the bigger cities, the hubs, college towns too.
Kim, you just got a big shout out on Facebook. I didn't realize she produced Get Real. That's the only Halo Friendlies record I will listen to. It's fantastic from start to finish.
I like that album. It's cool. Yeah, we recorded it in I think like 2 weeks. And I met my engineer that we use for like practically everything. This guy Evan Frankfurt. And it was really the first thing outside of my own band that I produced. So it was a good learning experience.
But it's a different drummer, right, Mike? It's not a...
What?
Deanna's not the drummer on that album, is she?
I think they have a different drummer now. Or not now, but like later on.
Yeah. No, the girl that played on it, she didn't really stay with them.
It's Judita, Ginger, and Natalie.
Yeah.
Who goes by Natalia now and cuts my hair and stuff.
Right. But, so they got another drummer to do the record for them, right?
You know, I don't remember like what the situation was. It seemed like they were in the band with her, but maybe they split up from her later.
They did. Yeah.
Not sure what the deal is.
But Mike, it wasn't Deanna though, right?
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
No, I think she was gone by that point.
So like their first tour was with these guys before I was in the band. Is that right, Cliff? So it was their first tour, but it was like when they had their old like crappy records.
1999 maybe? 1998? Yeah. Do you remember when it was, Mike?
It was probably 99.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I recorded them in like 2001 maybe?
It was that long ago?
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Maybe 2002.
Maybe it was Deanna that was in the band then. Was she skinny, little blonde hair, spiky? The drummer? Was she like a little pixel?
No.
I mean, it was.
I don't remember. I didn't look at them. I didn't pay attention.
It was only 14 years ago. Come on.
That was a long time ago.
No, but it was your. It's your first production experience. It could be that you remember a lot about it because you were so you know.
I was like all eyes. I was like all ears. All my senses were aflutter. Yeah, no,
I was so impressed. I was so jealous too because I was like, oh, come on. They get Kim Shattuck. We're on the same record label and we like have to do everything ourselves. Then they get on Warped Tour and we're like, oh man, we're begging to get on like 2 or 3 Warped Tour shows and then like the tiny little Kevin Says stage and they're up on the other big stage and yeah, I love those girls, but I was jealous back then. I was like,
oh, we're all in it together. Yeah. We're all in it together.
Yeah, but basically Mike works for the government. He makes a lot of money, so he's going to fly you out to produce our next record. Right,
yeah.
Awesome. I mean, I'm an old-fashioned producer. I like to weed out songs I don't like and stuff like that. So it's like a lot of hurt feelings. No, in every situation that I've ever produced another band, they always push on me certain songs that I'm not super amazed by, and then they grow on me. So, my taste isn't phenomenal. It takes a while for certain songs to grow on me, and when they do, then I'm like, this is my favorite song. And they're like, hey, you hated it at first. I'm like, I know. Isn't that weird? So yeah, I'm not like Phil Spector or anything. I don't.
No wig. You don't wear a wig when you're in the studio.
Yeah, I should. Then I don't have to deal with my hair anymore. Ah!
All right. Well, I think you gotta go eat. I sent you a message in the group chat, so check that out.
Yeah. No, I had something to break.
Yeah, it's okay.
Why would you send that a message?
Get lost record.
Don't read it out loud.
Oh, sorry.
Hang on.
I will check it out. Thank you.
Oh, jeez. All right. Thank you so much, Kim.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much.
It was fun talking to you guys. You guys are a good bunch of people. You're good band. You're good band. You're good eggs. What else? say. We'll have to all time.
We're a good bunch of scrambled eggs, huh?
Full circle.
Wait,
Nice.
wait.
All right, well,
Okay.
we're going to take the broadcast off live. Thanks for being with us. And
Mike.
Yes, sir.
I just got to ask her one thing.
All right, one more thing.
You can say no, because I know you're just recording and stuff. But is there any way you just want to like let out a good old from the gut scream?
Oh my gosh.
What if I farted instead? Would that be okay?
All right, but I saw your show on YouTube and it was really good, and you would still be able to scream. So.
I don't even know where the microphone is on this computer. I was gonna do. It's in the back or the front.
I don't know, but I'm sure it's gonna be loud.
Okay, I'll try. Ah!
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You see my
Love it.
Great idea, Josh. That was killer.
Yes. Well, on that note,
running in,
thanks.
thinking I'm hurt or something.
Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Thanks to Kim Shattuck. Good night, guys. Take it easy.